So with most men in divorce and custody, I'm going to start with them in their legal battle and what they need to do in order to defend themselves. And in order to do that, I firmly believe you have to win everything you can win. And if you don't do it in the courtrooms, it's going to work against you. And within all that, you're going to have to fight in ways that you probably never had to fight before. You're going to have to get mean. You're going to have to get angry. You're going to have to take that vengeance and turn it into something because we don't want to act on it. And it is in this exact process that I know men are going to go through some of the hardest things. They're going to lose their minds. They're going to think things that they've never thought. They're going to want to harm others, harm themselves. They're going to be disenfranchised in everywhere. They're going to resort to blame and all these different things because, man, to be honest, most men get screwed over in horrific ways. It's going to challenge you. And on top of that, we just have a society that doesn't seem to care, that seems to say men deserve this, or that when men complain about this and they're seeking for help, they're asking for help, they're doing what the culture says men need to do more of, which is say like, please help me. The culture shuts the door and says, you know, man, you're overreacting. You just need to get over it. Like, why are you doing this? You're going crazy. We don't want to talk to you. Nobody will sit there with these men. And when somebody's in pain and tragedy, just think about this. When somebody is in pain and tragedy and we shut a door on them, what do we expect is going to happen? Like what would happen if somebody was a victim of assault, if somebody was a victim of a sex crime, if somebody went through murder or a death of something and we just shut the door on them and told them to get over it? Now, a bunch of people are going to get really mad about me comparing the two, divorced men and, you know, people that go through a murder or a tragedy. The thing is every single point of pain and trauma needs to be respected and it doesn't need to be dismissed. And if we do dismiss it and we do suppress it, it turns into something worse and we create basically terrorism or somebody who's going to isolate themselves and put themselves in more violence. It's not a good thing. Now, there are just a ton of videos that I have on navigating yourself through the legal system if you're a man in our modern culture and the different pains that come with that. But needless to say, there are men in pain and there are men really, really angry. They're pissed off and rightfully so in many different ways. So how do we get to this higher thought, higher feeling from this pain? And this is actually one of my favorite pieces of it and one of the great tragedies of the modern self-help, men's development, spiritual communities, and all these different things. This is why it is so harmful, one, for people going through pain and tragedy, but especially for men who go through pain and tragedy in a very unique, specific way that we need to start honoring instead of dismissing, shutting the door on it, and doing all these horrible things that basically are violence to others.